Have you ever wondered why you're still not where you want to be in life? Have you realized that it's not the world, not other people but you who's standing in your own way? And what if you could eliminate the weaker version of yourself and replace it with someone truly unstoppable? Imagine this. Before you lies two paths, one filled with hesitation, fear and self-doubt. The other powered by strength, self-mastery and relentless progress. The one blocking your path is not an enemy, it's the weaker, hesitant version of you. The one who gives in to fear, procrastination and uncertainty. But here's the truth, you can eliminate that version. You can reshape yourself into someone who is unshakable, someone who takes control, trains their mind and rises above every challenge life throws their way. Welcome to Stoicism Philosophy Daily, where we turn weakness into strength, doubt into clarity, and every setback into a setup for success. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to kill the weaker version of yourself and train your mind to become the strongest, most successful version possible. If you're ready to take the first step toward personal mastery, hit that like button and comment below. I am unstoppable. Let's dive into this journey of transforming your mind and life. Part 1. The power of the mind. Of everything you are, everything you've achieved, and everything you ever will starts with one thing: your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess, but if left unchecked, it can also become your worst enemy. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the stories you tell yourself shape your entire reality. Ask yourself, when challenges appear, do you see growth or do you see defeat? Do you say, I'm not good enough, or do you say, I've got this, I will overcome? Your thoughts shape your life. The mind is like a muscle. The more you train it properly, the stronger it becomes. Success isn't just about skill or luck. It's about mindset. The way you train your mind directly influences the results you achieve. If you want to eliminate the weaker self, it starts in your mind. And this is where Stoicism and dark psychology come in, because they teach us to take control of our thoughts, emotions and actions to build the life we want. Let me ask you, do you believe your mind is your greatest ally? If yes, then like this video and comment, my mind is my power. Let's take control of our minds together and unleash our full potential. Now, let's face the weaker version of you head on. We've just uncovered the power of the mind and realized that real change starts from within. Now it's time to confront the true enemy, the weaker version of yourself. That version is the part of you that always holds you back. It's the one that procrastinates, second guesses and gives up the moment things get tough. You know that voice in your head, the one whispering you're not good enough, you'll fail, you can't handle this. That voice is not reality. It's the sound of fear, insecurity, and old habits echoing inside you. This weaker version of you isn't real. It's a construct built on anxiety, doubt, and the craving for comfort. It thrives in the safe zone and panics when asked to grow. Because growth means pain. Growth demands discipline. Growth requires sacrifice. And as long as you keep listening to that voice, you'll stay stagnant. You'll remain stuck in mediocrity, unable to tap into your true potential. That version of you feeds on fear and hesitation. It grows stronger every time you make an excuse, avoid hard decisions, or let your emotions take control. So, what's the key to defeating it? Awareness. You must learn to recognize when that weak version creeps in and consciously choose to silence it. That's where Stoic discipline becomes your ally. Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions, control our impulses and guide our thoughts so we can take full control of our lives. So I ask you, are you ready to eliminate the weaker version of yourself and take the reins of your own destiny? If your answer is yes, hit the like button and comment, I am stronger than my doubts. Together, we'll crush weakness and build something unshakable. Now that we've identified the enemy within, let's talk about the most powerful weapon to destroy it: self-discipline. We've just uncovered the ultimate weapon to eliminate your weaker self, self-discipline. Now, let's take a deeper look into what it truly means. Think about it. Your weaker self always chooses the path of least resistance. It picks comfort over challenge, ease over effort. But what truly builds success? Not ease, not comfort. Discipline. Discipline is waking up early even when your body begs for more sleep. It's showing up to work even when your mind is clouded and tired. It's sticking to your plan even when temptation surrounds you. It's saying no to what's easy and yes to what's hard. It's pushing yourself day in and day out to become your best self, without needing anyone to remind you. Now imagine, what if you mastered self-discipline? What if every time you felt like procrastinating, you chose action instead? What if every time you wanted to quit, you chose persistence? That is the power of self-discipline, and it's exactly what will allow you to kill your weaker self once and for all. If you're ready to embrace discipline like a warrior, hit the like button and comment, "I choose discipline." Let's make a commitment to do the hard things, because it's the hard things that make us great. Now, let's take it a step further. You've built your discipline, but what if you could understand the inner workings of your mind down to its core? We're about to dive into a powerful tool, dark psychology, not to manipulate others, but to master yourself. We explored how dark psychology isn't about manipulating others. It's about mastering yourself. Now, let's see why this tool is so powerful in helping you take control. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how many times have you reacted impulsively, only to regret it afterward? How often has fear stopped you from taking action? Or how many times has self-doubt whispered just loud enough to make you hesitate and pull back from chasing your goals? This is where dark psychology gives you an edge. It allows you to identify emotional patterns, recognize those internal triggers, and most importantly, it shows you that you don't have to let them control you. Most people, when they feel anger, frustration, or fear, immediately react to those emotions. They hand over the wheel to their feelings, and that's when they lose control. But when you understand how emotions work through the lens of dark psychology, you gain the ability to pause, step back, and choose your response instead of reacting blindly. Let's say someone cuts you off in traffic. Anger rises instantly, but instead of slamming the horn or yelling, you pause and ask, "Why am I angry? Where is this emotion coming from?" That brief moment of reflection puts you back in control. You respond with clarity, not chaos, and it's not just anger. Fear is another powerful emotion you can learn to master. We all have fears: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. But what separates the few who rise is how they respond to fear. Most let it freeze them. They play small. They stay silent. They settle. But when you understand how fear works in the mind, you can use it as fuel. You can face it, challenge it, and move through it with calm, steady confidence. And then there's self-doubt, the silent killer of success. It's the voice that says, "You're not enough. You can't do this. Others are better than you." It paralyzes you into inaction, makes you shrink and settle. But once you understand where that self-doubt comes from, you can begin to silence it. You start to realize we saw that self-doubt is just a whisper, not a truth. Now, it's time to rewrite the story your mind has been telling you. Because the truth is this: self-doubt is a thought, not a fact. It's a narrative your mind creates to keep you safe. But that safety comes at the cost of your growth. It holds you back. It traps you in the comfort zone. And the beautiful part, you can rewrite that narrative into one that drives you forward with confidence and clarity. So, how do you actually use dark psychology to master yourself? It all starts with becoming the observer of your own mind. When a thought or emotion rises, whether it's fear, anger, or doubt, don't react right away. Pause, take a breath, observe it, and then ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Where is it really coming from? That pause, that brief moment, is your key to regaining control. It creates space between the trigger and your reaction, and in that space, you choose how to respond. You choose calm, you choose clarity, you choose strength. And the more you practice this kind of self-awareness, the stronger your mental discipline becomes. The more you observe your emotions instead of reacting impulsively, the more you realize you are not a slave to your emotions. You are in control. And here's the best part. When you use dark psychology to master yourself, you stop being swayed by the world around you. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing judgment. You stop living by society's script. Instead, you become the creator of your own reality, the master of your own mind. So, if you're ready to stop letting emotions run your life and start mastering yourself, hit the like button and comment, "I am in control of my mind." Together, let's unlock the full potential of our minds and become our strongest selves. And now that you've gained control over your inner world, it's time to face what life inevitably throws our way: adversity. Let's explore how the Stoic approach transforms adversity into fuel for greatness. We've just explored how Stoic thinking helps you master your emotions and take control of your mind. Now, it's time to put that mindset into action by facing one thing that life guarantees: adversity. Stoics never shy away from difficulty. They don't hate adversity, they view it as essential to personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said it best: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about that. The very obstacles that seem to block your path, they are the path. Your challenges aren't meant to stop you, they're the very tools that will shape your strength. When you shift your perception of adversity, you change how you respond to it. Hardships stop being something meant to break you and start becoming opportunities to test your patience, your resilience, and your willpower. This is where the Stoic concept of amor fati comes in, the love of fate. It's the idea that you should love everything that happens to you, whether good or bad, because it all contributes to your personal evolution. Stoics believe everything happens for a reason, that life unfolds according to nature's design, and by embracing, not resisting what comes your way, you gain the power to rise above it. It's not about avoiding pain. It's not about wishing life were easier. It's about learning how to use pain and struggle as building blocks for who you want to become. Think back to a time when you faced adversity. Did you resist it with frustration? Or did you embrace it knowing it would forge a stronger version of you? It's easy to blame the world, easy to wish things were different. But the Stoic mindset teaches us you don't control the external, you only control your response. So, instead of running from your struggles, start leaning into them. When life gets hard, see it as your training ground, a place to build mental toughness, adaptability, and grit. Your challenges are not curses. They are the tools that shape the strongest version of you. Are you ready to shift your mindset and transform every obstacle into opportunity? If so, like this video and comment, "I embrace the struggle." Let's move forward now to something that's absolutely essential to turning pain into power: mental toughness. After learning to embrace adversity as a natural part of life, it's now time to develop the critical ability that helps you rise through it all: mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused, calm, and persistent even when things get brutally hard. It's what helps you keep moving forward when everything inside you is screaming, "Just quit." It's the line that separates those who push forward and those who fall by the wayside. But here's the truth: mental toughness isn't something you're born with, it's a skill. A strength that's forged over time through discomfort, failure, and consistency. Just like any muscle in your body, the more you train it, the stronger it becomes. So, how do you build mental toughness? It begins by embracing discomfort, not running from it. Most people shy away from hardship because they fear pain or failure. But the Stoics knew that true growth begins when you step into discomfort. Every time you face a challenge head-on, every time you push through pain and keep going, you build your mental resilience. Another core ingredient in developing mental toughness is perseverance. It's easy to stay focused when things are going well. But what about when your plans fall apart? When life hits you hard? When you fail? The weak version of yourself gives up. It sees failure as the finish line. But the strong version, the Stoic version, sees failure as feedback. It learns, it adjusts, and it keeps moving forward no matter how many setbacks come. Just look at the most successful people in history, whether athletes, entrepreneurs, or creators. None of them avoided failure. They faced rejection, they faced criticism, they endured resistance, and they kept going. They built the mental toughness to push through the darkest moments and stay committed to their vision. One powerful Stoic practice for building mental toughness is journaling. Write down your thoughts, your struggles, and your wins. Reflect on how you reacted to adversity. Track your mindset, your growth, your direction. This daily practice gives you clarity. It keeps you grounded, and it helps you stay on the path even when everything feels impossible. And there's one more practice, simple, yet incredibly powerful, that can further sharpen your mental edge. We explored how journaling can strengthen your mental resilience. But there's another simple, powerful tool you can start using right now: setting small, achievable goals. Every time you complete one, no matter how minor, it strengthens your resolve. You're proving to yourself, I can do this. And over time, those small wins accumulate into massive success, like stacking bricks into a fortress. Each tiny victory builds a wall of strength and confidence. But remember, mental toughness doesn't mean being emotionless or cold. It's not about suppressing how you feel or pretending to be unbreakable. True toughness is the courage to feel, to hurt, to be tired, to be afraid, and keep moving forward anyway. It's about choosing action even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up every single day, regardless of your inner chaos, and giving your best effort. If you're ready to develop the mental toughness needed to succeed, hit the like button and comment, I am unstoppable. Now it's time to shift. You've learned how to kill the weaker version of yourself. You've learned to embrace adversity. You've built mental resilience. So now, let's move on to the most exciting part: building the new, stronger version of you. Now that you've committed to building a stronger version of yourself, the very first thing you need is clarity of intention and action. This is where the power of intention truly comes into play. Each morning, ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? If you want to be someone disciplined, commit to your routines. If you want to face adversity with strength, practice patience and resilience. Your actions must reflect the person you're becoming. It's not just about thinking the right thoughts, it's about living them, embodying them. Every single day, step 2 is commitment. Building the new version of yourself takes more than wishful thinking. You must be willing to sacrifice comfort, push through obstacles, and stay the course even when it's hard. The strongest version of you doesn't quit when things get difficult. It keeps going, it stays the course, and most importantly, it trusts the process, believing that every step, no matter how challenging, is leading you toward greatness. Step 3 is the key to real transformation. Consistency. You can't expect change overnight, and you can't expect results if you're not willing to show up and do the work day after day. Success is built on small, consistent actions. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work when no one's watching. It's about sticking to your path, even when the rewards aren't immediate. The strongest version of yourself is built one action at a time, one day at a time. And the more consistent you are, the more you'll develop the habits, mindset, and strength needed to reach your goals. So if you truly want to become that stronger version of yourself, start now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take action today. That future version of you is waiting. And the best part? You already have everything you need inside you to become them. If you're ready to step into the strongest version of yourself, like this video and comment, I am becoming unstoppable. Let's begin building our future one day at a time. Now let's take a closer look at one of the most powerful and often overlooked forces behind lasting success: the power of consistency. We talked about taking action every day to become the strongest version of yourself. Now, let's talk about the key principle that turns those actions into lasting results: consistency. You've probably heard the phrase consistency is key more times than you can count. But have you ever truly stopped to ask why that phrase holds so much truth? Today, I want to break it down and show you why consistency is the real secret behind long-term success. Here's the hard truth. It doesn't matter how motivated you are in the moment. It doesn't matter how much potential you have. If you're not consistent, you won't reach your goals. Think about it. You might feel fired up for a week or even a month, but if you don't keep showing up every single day, that motivation fades. you'll plateau, or worse, backslide. Success isn't built through random bursts of energy. It's built through steady, consistent effort over time. Let me ask you, how many times have you started something, maybe a new workout plan, a project, or a personal goal, feeling incredibly excited, only to give up a few weeks later because the results didn't show up fast enough? We've all been there. It's easy to be excited at the beginning, but it's the consistency over the long haul that makes all the difference. Think of your progress like compound interest. Small, consistent actions may not show visible results at first, but when you keep putting in the work, day after day, those small efforts add up, and over time, they compound into results far greater than what you expected. Take fitness for example. If you work out for 1 week, you won't see a drastic change. But if you show up to the gym consistently week after week, month after month, that's when real transformation happens. And it's the same with your mind, your habits, your skills, and your entire life. Every day you show up, especially when it's hard, you're laying a foundation for long-term success. This isn't about chasing instant results, it's about playing the long game. Stoicism teaches us that growth is a constant, ongoing process, one that never ends, and in the next part, we'll discover what really happens when you stick with the path long enough for the breakthrough to come. We explored how long-term success is built through daily effort. Now, let's take it deeper. It's not the big, dramatic moments that define our success, but the small, consistent decisions we make every single day. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's born from repetition, from quiet, steady progress. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That quote hits deep, doesn't it? It reminds us, stop waiting, stop holding out for the perfect time or ideal conditions. If you want to build the life you envision, there's only one way: take consistent action every single day. That kind of action demands discipline, commitment, and the willingness to show up even when you don't feel like it. And yes, the tough days will come, but on those days, you keep going, one step at a time. That's what true consistency looks like. Another misconception: that consistency is about making massive changes. It's not. It's about tiny, daily progress, the kind that quietly stacks up and leads to major transformation. You don't need to change everything at once. Just focus on one small improvement today, then repeat it tomorrow, and the next day. When you commit to showing up every day, even on the bad days, you begin to build momentum. That momentum becomes habit, and habits, they're powerful. They shape your identity, they shift your mindset, and before long, they lead you to success because you stayed the course. One more factor that fuels consistency is accountability. Hold yourself responsible. Set clear, trackable goals. Find someone who will support and challenge you, or use a journal to check in with yourself every day. Celebrate small wins. Identify areas for growth. This daily reflection keeps you aligned, especially when motivation fades. But here's something people often forget: consistency doesn't mean pushing non-stop without rest. It also means knowing when to pause. We saw that being consistent doesn't mean pushing non-stop. It also means knowing when to pause, recharge, and come back stronger. Rest isn't the enemy of progress, it's part of it. It gives you space to recover, reflect, and return with clarity and energy. The goal isn't burnout. The goal is balance, so you can stay in the game for the long run. And here's the final truth about consistency: it's about trusting the process. Too often, we crave instant results, but success, it takes time, it's slow, steady, and often invisible at first. You may not see the changes right away, but trust this: every small step you take is adding up. Your future self will one day look back and thank you for every action you're taking now. So, let me ask you, are you ready to commit to the process of consistency? Are you ready to show up every day even when it's hard? Are you ready to make small progress every single day, knowing those steps will turn into massive results? If you are, hit that like button and comment, "I will stay consistent." Let's commit together to show up, to do the work, and to earn the success we were meant for. now. You've learned the core principles of self-discipline, embracing adversity, building mental toughness, and mastering consistent sights. Time to take action. Because knowledge alone means nothing without action. It's your daily choices, your routines, and your unwavering commitment that will shape who you become. The journey to destroy the weak version of yourself and train your mind for success starts right now. There's only one thing standing between you and the life you want: the decision to act. Every day, you have a choice: stay in your comfort zone, keep making excuses and settle for less, or step forward, take control, face life head-on, and become the unstoppable version of you, the one you were born to be. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to commit and take the first step. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And every step you take today moves you closer to the strongest version of yourself. Now that you've heard everything, now that you know what needs to be done, it's time to make it real. This is the moment where you take that quiet intention and turn it into a public, personal declaration. If you're ready to step into your power, ready to change and become unstoppable, then comment below, "I am becoming unstoppable." Because when you put it into words, you do more than speak. You solidify your commitment. You tell yourself, "I'm serious about this. I'm not turning back." And while you're here, make sure to subscribe to Stoicism Philosophy Daily and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video that can support you on this journey of transformation. We've got more wisdom, strategies, and mental frameworks coming to help you stay strong, focused, and disciplined. Remember this: you have the power to create the life you want. It all starts with you, with your mind, and the actions you choose to take today. Kill the weaker version of yourself, step into strength, live with discipline, practice consistency. That's how you build the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for watching. Let's keep going together. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next video.